Rim preparation. Remove the loose OEM rim strip covering the spoke nipples. Inspect and deburr any sharp edges of spokes or nipples that may be present in the interior surface of the rim. Install an adhesive-backed rim liner. You may also use duct tape as long as it does not cover the tire bead seating area of the rim. Install a loose valve stem in the rim hole, replacing the inner tube valve stem. Tire ball and tire carcass lubrication. 3 different lubricants are provided with tire balls. Each lubricant has specific uses. The clear liquid marked tire ball and tire carcass lubricant is in a 2-ounce squeeze bottle. The marks along the sides of the label indicate how much lubricant should be used for coating the internal tire carcass, as well as the surfaces of the tire balls for the initial installation and each tire change thereafter. It is okay to use a lot of lubricant. High-speed desert use requires that extra lubricant be used. Since it's difficult to wash the lubricant off your hands, we find it worthwhile to use latex or vinyl gloves. Lube the tire by squirting a small amount of lubricant into the tire carcass. Use a small brush to spread the lubricant evenly over the entire inside surface of the tire. Lubricate each of the tire balls by squirting a few drops on the ball, then spreading the lube over the surface by rolling and smearing the lubricant with gloved hands. We find it useful to place the lubricated balls into a plastic bag until you are ready to insert them into the tire. Inserting the tire balls into the tire carcass. Attach a clamp onto the sidewall so that a portion of the clamp projects into the tire carcass. This projection will support the inserted balls and help hold them in position while additional balls are inserted. Note that motorcycle tire balls are inserted fully inflated. Insert each tire ball into the tire as shown, making sure that the inflation valves are all accessible and facing the same direction. Install as many tire balls into the tire carcass as will fit. Typically, the number required will be 40 to 50 in a front tire and 30 to 40 in a rear tire. Mounting the tire on the rim. Lubricate the tire beads with the provided water-based bead lube. After checking and aligning for tire and wheel direction, force the first tire bead over the rim flange, starting at the rim lock. Force as much of the tire as possible by hand before picking up the tire irons to complete this step. Use the tire irons to force the remainder of the first bead over the rim flange. Push the tire down onto the rim so that the remaining tire bead is lying next to the rim flange. Next, position the bead hold down clamp in between the closest parallel spokes to the rim lock. Once the bead hold-down clamp is in place, long tire irons can be used to force the remainder of the tire bead over the rim. Once the tire bead is stretched tightly and it becomes difficult to insert the tire iron between the tire and the rim, use a tire iron adjacent to the clamp to force the first portion of the tire bead into the rim recess area. The remainder of the tire bead can then be easily forced over the rim flange. After removing the bead hold-down clamp, attach an inflation hose to the valve stem with the core removed and inflate to seat the tire onto the rim. Remove the inflation hose, install the valve core and cap, and then tighten the rim lock nut. Install the tire ball number and pressure decal. You are now ready to install the wheel on your machine and experience the better traction, better cornering, and improved suspension characteristics provided by the TireBall high-performance inflation system.